the earth that we see around us is may seem very interesting to us, but it was not in the same condition millions and millions of years back. It was in a very different condition. It was absolutely not habitable. Either it was in a position of very heat, too much of heat, or it was going through a ice age, that is very cold time. So the earth has gone through a lot of changes through millions of years, through the time of millions of years, and what we see around us at present has come along after a lot of changes that our earth has faced. Now, the part which is visible to us of earth is known as the crust, or we can call it lithosphere. The part of the crust which is visible to us is mostly the continent part, but there is crust inside the oceans also. There is ocean floor. Of course, the oceans cannot sustain themselves. They cannot hold themselves without any floor area. So there is ocean floor, and there are continents which form the whole part of the crust. Now we see that all the parts of the earth, all the crust part of the earth, it may seem like different pieces. The continents we may find that the continents are different, but these different continents have come from a single piece of land which was known as Pangaea. Pangaea is referred to a single piece of land which existed on earth, and it was a big mass of land. Later on, due to the earth activities and movement and different kind of disturbances happening inside the earth, the single piece of land, it broke into several parts, and the different parts, they started moving apart. Now the question here arises, how do they started moving around? What was the cause? Were they moving at a very fast speed or not? And what caused this movement? The movement here was basically caused by the molten magma on which it was situated. The upper layer of the mantle, we all know, is in semi-molten state, and it rotates. It is in continuation of a movement, and the molten magma inside the earth, it moves in a circular manner. So whenever we see that the magma is in rotation, so the land mass which is situated on the magma, it is also feeling the disturbances, and it also tend to move from its place. But the movement is not so much that can be measured. It is in a very small measurement, but still we can see that the continents are moving and their position is changing with time. Now the crust is basically divided into 7 different plates. These plates are known as lithospheric plates. The first one is the African plate, which contains the continent of Africa. The next is the Indo-Australian plate. As the name suggests, it contains the subcontinent of India and the island of Australia. The next is the Eurasian plate. It contains Russia and most of the part of the Europe. The Pacific plate. This plate is under the Pacific Ocean. The North American plate, the South American plate, and the Antarctic plate. Now, as we see that there are 7 major plates, and these plates are not stable. They are continuously in a movement. So these movement can be divided into basic 3 movement. First is divergent movement. In this movement, the 2 plates, they tend to move apart from each other. They tend to move in different directions, so that there causes a stress between the center part from where they are drifting apart. It causes tension in that part, and it tends to cause cracks in that part. Because of the tension, cracks occur in that part, and because the cracks occur on that part, there forms because of the faulting there, there is a tendency of formation of block mountains and rift valleys over there. We can also show this with the help of a diagram. This shows the opposite movement of the plates, and because of the opposite movement of the plates, tension arises in the center part from where the plates are drifting in different directions. So this causes tremors and cracks in these plates. The part which is uplifted because of the cracks is termed as block mountain, and the part which is subsided is termed as rift valley. And sometimes it also happens that in the valley part, rainwater starts gathering, and there we find rivers also. The best example here in our country, we can find Narmada and Tapi river, which are flowing between Satpura and Vindhyachal range, which are an example of block mountains, and Narmada and Tapi are flowing in the rift valleys. So here with this diagram we can see that with the movement of the plates in different directions, and because of the faulting which is happening in between the center of the tension, we find the formation of the block mountains. The second movement here is convergent plate movement. In this type of movement, the two plates instead of moving in different directions, they move in the same direction, that is they collide with each other. So when the collision happens, the part where they meet or where they collide, it tends to move upwards and form a conical shape, or we can say a wave like shape which is moving upward. We can take the example of Himalayas, the formation of Himalayas, which is the result of the collision of two plates, the Indo-Australian plate and the Eurasian plate respectively. So when these two plates collided, they led to the formation of Himalayas because there were sediments already there, and when these two plates collided, they uplifted the sediments, and as a result of that we found the formation of the Himalayas. Here again we can show a diagram. Suppose there are two plates who are moving in the same direction. What will happen next is that they will collide, leading to the upliftment of the central part, and ultimately the whole central part will be uplifted, leading to the formation of fold mountains. Now, fold mountains have two parts basically. One part is uplifted and one part is the downward part. Now the uplifted part here is known as anticlines, and the downward part is known as synclines. The part which is uplifted is known as anticlines, and the part which is gone down is known as synclines, because it is not like the whole part is going to rise up instantly. Of course there is going to be a tension, and some part of it is going to be down. The next movement of the plate here is transform plate movement. Now in this movement, the two plates they don't go in different directions, they don't come in the same direction. Instead they rub with each other. एक दूसरे से रगड़ के वो they create tension between that part from where they are rubbing each other. They move simultaneously, and this movement causes tension in that part from where they are colliding with each other. Now these because they are sliding past each other, there is tension where they are colliding. So this results into earthquakes, and these earthquakes are very dangerous because the plates are moving and this movement cannot be stopped. So transform plate movements show when the two plates are colliding with each other and they are moving on the same direction equally.